Hello friends, happy Monday, start of a new vlog. I went and got the Helpia latte at Oli Coffee Co. And I went and got my eyebrows done. So those are done. As you saw, my little honey beauty studio moment. Also, oh my god, Kelsey, my eyebrow gal, makes the cutest little bookmarks. Let me show you guys. She has one for kids that has little snails, and then it has affirmations on the back. All of them have affirmations, but this is the kid one. And then she has these two for the adults, and they have, I think, the same affirmations on the back from what I can tell. And then she also made this one that I have in here that's more like flowery, with the same affirmation. So I am reading the Maga Diaries. I'm gonna try to read right now before my haircut. I have about, I don't know, half an hour before I have to be in. Probably gonna use the restroom in there before my haircut too. I have a little chocolate cornetto? I think it's a cornetto. Kind of like a croissant. I don't really know why it would be called a cornetto versus a croissant, but super good. I got like a little mini breakfast taco and I'm feeling good. It's sunny out. It's gonna be like a high of 70 today. I did get some unfortunate news from a friend, so it's kind of like making me feel blah at the same time. I just feel like really bad for them for what they're going through, but they're okay. So yeah, it's kind of a rough morning. So I'm like feeling good, having a good day, work-wise, life-wise, otherwise, but didn't get the best news. So kind of going through that, but I'm gonna try to be there for them if they need me. And so may want to go over there at some point this week, and just be there for them through it. So anyway, that is my Monday. But I'm gonna get these hairs dyed, and then I'm gonna go home and do a little bit of client work. It is the day after the first of the month, so just trying to wrap up any outstanding calendars that haven't been scheduled, and just get some web projects off the ground. So things are happening on this Monday. That's my update. I clearly have not made it very far through this book. I'm only like right there. There's quite a bit to go. I'm almost halfway, but I'm noticing that this gal is not as like anti-Trump as I thought. Maybe I'm just not getting that vibe from like the beginning. She is a journalist, so she's not trying to do like a smear campaign, but I'm sure she personally is anti, I think. But I thought from like the way that this was worded, and maybe just me stereotyping her, but I figured she was, like she had worked for them and then saw the light and came out of it. I'm not quite sure. I feel like that is the case, but we will see. But I do think it's really cool, like that, you know, we do have this kind of like, I wouldn't say unbiased, but like kind of a more fair representation of someone who's actually worked with them. I do think it's still worth the read, even if she's not like smearing them, but it's really good. It's just very hefty, like a lot of different names she's mentioning, a lot of different events, concepts, history. And so it is a little bit of a dense read, even though it is only 251 pages. And I am on, oh, cool. This guy, literally, he was in a truck and just a huge piece of metal just falls into the fucking road. I just don't even know what's going on, people. They're not my cup of tea all the time. Anyway, that was wild. Love that I caught that for the vlog. But yeah, I'm only on page like 43. So I'm gonna see how much I can get done before my haircut. Hello friends, happy Tuesday. I am starting off the day strong. I've been up for a couple hours working, but I made my little yogurt bowl. This is regular honey, the 2% yogurt from Fave, and then some peanut butter, raspberries, and strawberries. Super good. My go-to. Still have not gotten sick of it. I alternate between that and the cottage cheese. but it's basically the same thing. I just don't put peanut butter in the cottage cheese. I think that'd be like a little weird. I have a meeting with my dietitian, so I will let you guys know how that goes after I'm done. And then I'm also picking up my new sleep study finally. So if you don't know, last time I checked in like 2022, I had mild sleep apnea. And it was like just enough to give me a CPAP machine, but he said if I lost weight that, you know, it could change like the width of my neck and like just things might shift. And I never tried to lose weight, but I did. And so I still think I have it because I still snore, and I still don't feel like super rested. So I think I'm gonna have to use a CPAP machine, but this is like a retest. It's like an at-home test to determine whether or not I do. It's my least favorite night. I usually wake up a million times during the night, so it's gonna be a rough one. But I'm gonna try to relax and just try to get as much sleep as I can. So I return that tomorrow morning after I complete the test. And then I'm gonna have therapy tomorrow, and luckily all I have is a call with our new financial advisor people and then a girls' night with Nicole. So no client meetings tomorrow. I think I'm setting myself up for success in that way. And then I will have 2 client outings and meetings Thursday and Friday. I'm gonna Zoom with Maiya because her sweetie Andrew is gonna be away on Friday, and so I'm gonna keep her company. And then we have some fun like friend and parent plans on the weekend. I think it's gonna be really chill. We have a big like home project we want to accomplish here. Our like office second room or bonus room needs to definitely be cleaned out. We have some things to take to like the dump, to recycle, like in terms of electronics and appliances and stuff. And then just like things we could probably get rid of. We want to go through all of the desk drawers and really just do a deep clean, ask ourselves like, do we really need it? Jared will probably go through his closet too. So it's gonna be like a big clean out day on Saturday morning. Jared did get the AC all set up back there this weekend, so I'm very, very happy for that. But we definitely need to get that done. And then he wants to go pick up, we have like a weight set, like lifting weights at his mom's house, like in storage. So we're gonna go pick that up from her, I think hopefully this weekend, if not future him problem. But he definitely needs that because he wants to train for a Spartan race. If you don't know what that is, it is a crazy little race. And this has been on his mind for about a year now. He has been committed to it. That's why he's running all of these like 5-miler, 5K, whatever. He has a tentative 3K with our good friend. She's coming back into town. She's been like abroad for a while now in Australia. She's coming back into town. We may do that. I know you watch these, so hey girl. So if you are still down, he wants to do the 3K with you. But if you decide not to, he might do an 8K with his other friends, but he really wants to do the 3K with our friend. So he's just trying to like put in a whole bunch of work, do a whole bunch of different runs. And he definitely needs to prepare a bit more for a Spartan. It's definitely intense. That's like the upper echelon of like the different marathons. Luckily this one is like, I don't know how many miles they said, 7 or something. The distance is not long, but it's just the challenges that are incorporated that are insane. So I'll share more with you guys in the vlog as we get closer to it. But that is his goal. So he definitely needs those weights, and he needs to start getting his fitness on and not just the running and the walking. So that is kind of like a goal. So that's going to be on his to-do list. But yeah, it's going to be a very fun week. I'm excited for girls' night tomorrow. And we're going to finish watching our ooky spooky Little Mormons. I know I mentioned in last week's vlog too, but we ended up watching Heretic with Hugh Grant, and it was just chef's kiss. It's just so iconic that the girls in the movie were also like actual Mormon missionaries. I think it just makes it so much more interesting. But yeah, really just thematically and with the Mormons. So we're gonna finish that, and it's gonna be a blast, you know? So anyway, that's my plan. I just wanted to check in with you, make sure I'm vlogging, but I'll let you know how the dietitian goes. I feel like habits like this, I'm definitely like improving, but you know, the takeout and all the birthday celebrations and everything, like I love me some takeout, I'm sorry. That is my kryptonite, so I'm very curious to see what she says. Yeah, and just how it all shakes out. All right, I'm out of my nutritionist appointment, or I should say dietitian. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest, but she is really great. She's just like so fun and bubbly, lively, has like realistic expectations, doesn't expect you to do anything crazy, and I really like her approach. So happy that I picked her. I think we've identified the areas of improvement. So if you guys don't want to talk about diet, all of that stuff. You can skip on if you would like until the next clip in the vlog. Just skip away from me talking in my car in this clip. But basically the whole goal to get healthier is to eat less crap. And I think that my kryptonite is definitely A, like hangouts with friends, and then B, the takeout, like the little treats and stuff, like the Dairy Queen at night, things like that. I'm very aware, like I know my problems. I'm very aware of them. So I know I'm like not complaining that like my numbers have stayed the same, not even like weight numbers, but just like blood test numbers. I'm very aware. Like I know that what I'm doing to my body is not the healthiest. And like I know that it's no one else's fault but my own. It's not like I'm someone who's like committed to the program and then like hasn't seen results. Like it's nothing like that. I personally know what to do, and I know that I have like mental blocks around it, and like it's more important for me to like work through those in like therapy and with a dietitian versus just going to the drug, personally for me. And so I want to give it like my best shot this route. I've done really good on my breakfast, my lunches, and my snacks, and now I really need to go in with the big guns for the dinner. And it's not that I'm like cooking unhealthy, like the dinners are fine, it's just the dinners need to not be paired with like a sweet treat every other night or Taco Bell because they weren't satiating enough. I think a lot of it is like I'm misinterpreting like my hunger. It's maybe boredom, like I definitely am ADHD as well, and it's like kind of a stimulating thing to like eat. So I think it's like boredom. And then also she was thinking I might be mistaking my hunger when it's actually thirst, and I definitely think I do not hydrate enough. So I'm gonna try to do like drink more water. She also said to try to eat with the TV off or like not scrolling on your phone. I think that's also like a very mindful way of eating. So like things like that. But like again, she doesn't do like elimination diets. She doesn't even like do grams or anything like macros. She uses like average size meals or like serving sizes and like a plate to like guide her work, but it's not like what she does with you. She doesn't have like a plan for you that like lists out grams or anything in macros. And like we don't have like, you know, like a weigh-in like weight goal thing, if that makes any sense. So we have overarching like things we'd like to see improve, but it's not like crazy like maybe like your typical interpretation of a dietitian. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna see what I can do and see if I can like listen to those cues a bit more, get better about that. And then she was like, and then the takeout and like the pigging out won't hurt on the weekends. Like it doesn't matter because like you won't be doing all these like extra things. That's basically the thing, is the extras and the fill-ins. And that is what is literally ruining my life with like progress here. So I need to do that. I'm also a sucker for my cardio and my walking pad now, and I'm not really doing any strength training, which I mean getting those weights from Jared's mom out of storage would be great, but doing like strength training workout videos too, and some of them incorporate the weights or like resistance bands, things like that. That's just like not as exciting to me. And so I've been kind of like dragging my feet. So that's the next step. I'm gonna do probably just the dance cardio tonight. And then she also wants us to try working out after dinner, like a couple hours after dinner. So I'll have to propose that to Jared, see how he feels about it. Obviously we can work it at different times, it doesn't matter. But if we want to do it together and we want to do like her method, I think that's gonna help, because also that method helps you not think about like how hungry you are, because you will have already eaten, and it will make you eat like more normal portions because you don't want to like overeat and like throw up during your workout. So I feel like that's also a great little like hack. She does that herself. She said it's not super simple. This is not a simple goal. So even just getting that movement in at night is a win. And like I really love that about her, like very attainable, very realistic. So I'm happy about it. It was a good meeting. She is really popular and she is really booked out. So I think I'm only going to be able to have appointments once every 2 months. It's okay though. I don't think it needs to be excessive, because then it gets borderline ED and I don't want to like be tracking or like doing anything crazy. So I think like 2 months is enough time to like see how goals worked for me, see how everything's progressing, but not getting like fixated on it. So that's always nice too. But yeah, I'll keep you posted on like how things are going. I'm sure you're gonna see how things are going because you guys are really the diary of like what I eat. And you probably see it go, oh girl, that little milkshake with the cookies on top, that was a lot of energy, which I do think is like fine every so often and on the weekends, whatever. But it's like the filler stuff. And she even gave like an example of like a past patient she had many years ago who would say, oh well, I don't have a donut that frequently, like we only get them like once or twice, every other month or whatever. And then she was like, but then we go to Costco and we get like the red vines, like tub. And I only have like a couple a day or like every other day. I only have like 4 every other day, a handful. But it was that she kept saying like for each individual item, she didn't have it that much, but when it goes together, it's a lot. And even if it's not like a traditional sugary thing, even if it's just like carbs, they turn into sugar. So like that's how you can get in this pre-diabetic situation when you're not realizing like the full picture. And that is literally to a T what I'm doing. Like I'm like, oh, we only get crumble like once every other month, if that. And like some months it looks really good and I'll get it a couple times in the month, like, but whatever. It's not like I'm loyal and I'm going every single week like I was for a while there. But then I'm also getting the little treat at Dairy Queen. And I'm also going out for charcuterie with friends or fondue or whatever. And that's the problem. So anyway, I hope this is somewhat helpful or entertaining to you. I figured I'll just open up about my situation. Maybe some of you will relate. I'm sure a lot of you will. I think we all do this. Dressed up in a little workout wear, and we're gonna get our cardio fix back on tonight. I might even try to do like 5K on the treadmill before that. But yeah, I hope that this content is like helpful and isn't like unattainable or like not helpful content for you. So definitely comment down below if you'd rather me not talk about it. Just let me know your thoughts. Editing Catherine here. I just wanted to pop in a little clip. I had a great, insightful convo with one of my friends today, and I wanted to make sure that the thoughts were reflected, because I noticed that maybe my wording was not the greatest when I said it's a problem, and it does kind of feed into that negativity around food having like a moral value. And I did tell you guys the first time that my dietitian that she believes in like not labeling foods like bad or good foods. I'm just saying more so like the quantities that I'm having is a bad habit. I think that's fair to say. Like for any human, you should not be eating that much like indulgence from like a health perspective. But like having a milkshake isn't bad. The milkshake itself isn't bad. It's that it's like so frequent. So I hope that kind of clears it up. I hope it wasn't triggering for anybody. But I just wanted to include that in there because I do feel like my words might be taken out of context here. And I'm just more so talking about like overall and not like the item itself. And just to clarify, I will not be abstaining from unhealthy foods. It's just having balance in your life, and like not doing it excessively. I also can't remember if I touched on here, I don't think I did, but like the financial part of it too is like becoming a problem. And so like also just like saving money, like when we cook at home for dinner, we should be eating that and nothing else, and not like running to Taco Bell, especially Uber Eats. And so it all kind of like goes together for me, and I don't mean to like put a negative vibe or value on it. So I hope that was helpful. All right, friends, I am post workout. I did my workout after dinner this time. Felt pretty good. I hope I didn't make too much noise. It's like I started at 8:30, but trying not to be a problematic neighbor with loud neighbors up there. I don't think we have anyone beneath us, but just to be safe, I tried to like tap lightly. But as you can tell, definitely worked out, sweating everywhere. I'm gonna take a little body shower, get cleaned up for the day tomorrow, and relax in bed. I'm working on a web design project, Don't Resist It, and it's so cute. And oh my god, it's just one of my proudest works. I'm very excited with all these new designs that I'm getting to do lately, so I'm gonna finish that up, do my skincare, relax in bed. Tonight is a sleep study, so I'm gonna get all hooked up for that. I'll probably read a little bit, and then hopefully try to get a good night rest. I will report back in the morning. Well, hello friends, and happy Wednesday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my sleep study failed again. So basically what's happening, I mean, the machine's like hella faulty. So that's the first thing, at least this time. This time it said something was disconnected when it wasn't, or like it wasn't like the right fit. So there's like 3 different things in a sleep study for sleep apnea. You have the nasal cannula, which tells like how you're breathing, the pulse ox that fits on your finger, and then the effort belt, which goes around your chest. And I did it just like the diagram. I did it the same way last time, and I've had this test 2 other instances with no problem at all. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. We tried to tighten the belt, loosen the belt, changed like the placement of the belt. Nothing happened, nothing worked, and it kept blinking orange, like it wasn't connected properly. And nothing was loose. Like the connection snaps in place. Like I don't know what's going on. And then I would literally like jiggle it and it would go back to green. Like it was just malfunctioning. So that's number 1. So I don't know if that means that like it's not enough to like test the sleep apnea signs. Also, number 2 is that, so the device, when you have one of these issues, is supposed to flash orange in the area where it is. So I tested it in the morning by removing the pulse ox. Nothing happened. There was no light. So that makes me think it died. It did last quite a bit because I did wake up throughout the night and I saw it doing like the belt thing. So I feel like, and then every time like I woke up, I just tried to like fidget with it so it would go back to green. But I would say it was probably good until about 6 or 7 a.m. Mind you, you need 5 hours of sleep to like complete the study, like give them enough like content. And I didn't fall asleep until like 2 a.m. or 1:30 because we got just enough, but it's possible we didn't. And I don't know what happens, like if the test dies, like does it wipe it or does it have like enough info? I have therapy after I drop this thing off. And then I have, what else do I have? Our meeting with the financial advisor people, and then I have girls night with Nicole. So no client stuff. I only got like 1 client email that I have to respond to this morning. So I'll do that when I get home. I'm gonna make some breakfast, and then I am almost done on the first iteration of a little website. It was just like 4 pages, and I'm so excited to show her. I think it's so branded, it's so cute, and I'm very stoked to see it come to life. I need to grab like a couple stock photos to really like round out the vibes here, but otherwise I'm feeling pretty good about it. So I'm gonna send that to her, and then I don't have any like calendars to prep. I just need to get going on another website project. So I'm gonna start doing that as well. That one's gonna be quite the endeavor. It has a little bit of e-commerce involved. I mean, like a lot of it. It's like 70 products. And it has like, I don't know, 15 pages. It's pretty big. So that one's probably gonna take me all week. And I wanna just like take my time and get started early. So I'm gonna do that. And then I also need to finish a little bit of, not deep dive, but like a little bit of investigation into this tool. It's for UX testing. It's called Lyssna, I wanna say, Lyssna. And we're potentially using that for a client of mine. I mean, we are gonna use it, but we don't really know like what it is yet and like how best to do that. So I'm just gonna watch some videos, deep dive, get familiar with like how it works, because I have a really big meeting with them on Friday. So just in case it gets brought up, I do wanna come like prepared. There wasn't like a deadline for this specific one because we're not like ready to do it yet, but yeah. It's gonna be a journey. Preparing for that, making sure I'm like on my best game with all of that. Last night I did a little workout, as you saw. It was very nice to get back on that. I think today I'm just gonna do like 5K on the treadmill, 5K steps, not a 5K. I am ready for therapy. I'm ready to just have like a relaxing day. I think I'm gonna work from the couch. I'm just gonna be a little lazy blob. I'm so glad I got even that much sleep. I woke up every single hour on the hour last time. So I feel more rested than I did last time, slightly. So anyway, at least there's that. Hello, my friends. It is Friday, so happy Friday. I am so excited for the day. I have a really big meeting with my city government contract client. We're gonna chat everything. We're chatting UX testing, we're chatting big projects for the website that we're working on, probably newsletter stuff, best practices, preparing for our fall newsletter. Lots of stuff is occurring. It's gonna be a lovely morning. It's like already 66 degrees and it's 9:30. So I don't know if I'm gonna love myself for wearing this, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go have a great meeting, and then I'm gonna Zoom with Maiya, and we're gonna figure it out. Also, I just realized that I need to like go to the post office, so I might do that after my meeting to grab Maiya's gift. If you missed it at the end of last week's vlog, I mentioned that there was kind of a hot mess mix-up. I don't know what happened, but the Etsy shop owner like didn't pack it in the right box. Already on top of that, it was like a week late. And then when it was tried to deliver, like that USPS tried to deliver it, they were like, yeah, we can't because it's postage due. First world problems, but like that shouldn't have happened. Also, I have very exciting news on the dirty sodas front. I know you all saw me try Sailor's dirty sodas, and they were delicioso, and they're like a pop-up. So they come to like, you know, local markets, things like that, festivals. But we officially got our first dirty soda coffee place here. Ebony and Ivory, one of the local coffee shops. They launched an entire menu with like all the different major sodas, like Dr. Pepper, Coke, Sprite, all of that. And they have like 5 to 6 different dirty sodas within each type of soda. And so that's their new thing, along with their coffee flights and all of that. They also do like wine at their Tacoma location and Federal Way, I want to say. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy. I'm just not used to that anywhere. We just don't have those here. So it's our first ever like coffee shop locally that carries them. So it's gonna be like our own swig. We love that. Really catering to the fans of the Mormon Wives show. Oh my God, me and Nicole also watched that. And we still have 3 episodes left. They're like an hour long. So like, how are you supposed to get like a ton done at once? It's just a lot. But we're really highly enjoying that. Still have yet to see the cliffhanger or whatever the drama is, but there's just drama in every episode. Who are we kidding? But it was very fun, very nice night. It smells so good.
Really?
Yeah.
They have so many options, and I didn't know.
What the fuck? What, do you know what kind of whack? Like, what's the vibe?
It's a great question. I can look it up.
I don't do well with the chemical ones, but usually when it's a singular
Yeah.
business, it's like soy or coconut or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, but let me
Holy
check.
fuck, it smells iconic.
Hell yeah.
Okay, queen. Are you ready to see? I'm so sorry. Oh my fuck. Okay, what is it? What is the scent?
That's a great question. I am gonna check.
Cashmere.
Cocoa butter
Cocoa butter
cashmere.
cashmere.
It's soy, by the way.
We love that. I didn't know they were probably queer, and that makes me feel a little bit better. Or a little bit worse about my behavior, but a little bit better. Okay. Stop. I didn't even see the other side. Oh my fucking God. That is so iconic. Oh my God, thank you.
I'm very glad it
That's
didn't
so
break
thoughtful. I know. Oh my God, now I see what you mean.
after all that bullshit.
Oh my God.
Does it smell good? Oh yeah,
Oops.
a little dazzle.
Wow, razzle dazzle, mama.
Mm-hmm.
Razzle dazzling. That's so thoughtful. Thank you. I love it. Oh my God. I like actually, oh my God, I can't do it. Zozo, we ain't fucking with this movie very much. Oh my God, Maya, what is that? Oh, it's her gloves, bitch. She's taking them off.
Yeah.
She's about to summon a demon.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, dog. Dog. Oh, look, she's watching.
I
Dog's locked and
think
loaded.
she's watching you.
Oh, really?
I think she was.
Hi.
Say hi, Susu.
Hi, my bestie. What are we doing?
I have no idea.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I
What
don't
are we
I
doing?
don't know.
What are we doing? I'm really just liking the amount of close calls we're having,
Me too.
and I refuse to participate.
I can't.
Oh, I can't, bitch. I think it's like a guy. How is he oh my God, why is he moving like that? I don't Is he levitating? I'm not
Yeah,
understanding.
he's levitating.
That's
He's
disgusting.
also very long.
Oh my,
No.
I'm so sorry. What?
I hated that so much because to this day, I have to check under the bed. Every once in a while, not every day, but like
No.
every once in a while.
Oh my God. Hello, friends, and happy Saturday. Yesterday it was so nice with Maya. We actually did end up getting the dirty sodas, me and Jared. I tried the Vanilla Sky, which is like vanilla, it's Coke, vanilla, coconut, and like cream or something. Could be coconut cream, I'm not sure. And then Jared got the, what was that? Peaches and cream, which is Dr. Pepper and peaches and cream. Super yummy. So that's what we did, and me and Maya just chatted. We got lots of work done. I edited a ton of reels for my client filming day the day before, and I got everything shot off to them so we can have a nice relaxing Saturday. However, it's going to be very productive, hence why I'm in my getting things done outfit. We are going to tackle our office room today, as I mentioned. I'm super, super excited. So Jared has headed off to his mom's house to pick up our like weightlifting set. And then once he's back, we are gonna get some coffee and we're gonna get the show on the road. Our first task is cleaning out his closet. So I want him to go through all his clothing, and we need to get all of our bins out and organize those. And then we will tackle like things that are on the ground, things we have to get rid of, like appliances, stuff like that, our old AC machine, all of that. And then we will go through the desk drawers and like shred papers, do all of that. And then we're gonna go to Goodwill, drop off the things that we wanna donate. I might post something to try to sell like a nice office chair on my Facebook page. So I might do that. And then we're gonna go to Target. I need to get a couple things. Like we're out of laundry detergent. Sadly, they don't sell that at Costco, so I have to because we get like the nice brand, like the organic brand. And then we're going to get like a couple like totes bins, some plastic bins, and then we're gonna go get some food. So it should be a fun little Saturday. And then tonight we have double date night with our friends Matt and Denise. We're gonna go to Matchless Brewing. It's like a local brewery, and get some food and have some, I don't know what I'm gonna drink, but the guys gonna have some beer, and it's gonna be very, very fun. And then tomorrow I'm going to Painted Plate, the painted pottery place with my friend Sumai. It's been so long since I've seen her, so I'm very excited. And then we're going to chat with Maya again briefly and then go to my parents' house. And I'm finally going to be reunited with my parents after over 30 days, like close to like 36, 37 at this point, since they've been in Scotland. So we get to see them and have dinner and finally watch All Stars Drag Race. And start getting caught up. So that is the plan for the weekend. Join us on this tidying journey. All right, update. We have successfully cleared the side of the room. Cleaned out here. There was a bin of just like an old comforter or whatever, like a duvet that we like are not using anymore. It's a cheap duvet. So we're gonna get rid of that, and it freed up an entire bin that we have over here. You can see it. Oh, Jared's re-excited because he hasn't opened his Christmas gift. Excited? Beautiful. Yeah, he wanted it so bad. So he's going through just some stuff. Now we're moving on to this side of the room. I think I'm going to sell this chair that he's sitting in. Just like a friend on Facebook or whatever, whoever wants it. And then we are going to go through, tackle all the paperwork and all of that. But So far so good. Our apartment is a mess. Everything is out here, but we're getting rid of all this. We're taking that to the laundromat. We're gonna wash these sheets again and use them. We're gonna put the fan over here, break down my tripod, things like that. Yeah, lots of stuff to do. Okay, current update, we've got piles of things here, and we've got drawers that need things in them, other random stuff here, but things are turning out, you know, slowly but surely. We're gonna hang this floating shelf here, as well as these little ones, and then put our bobbleheads on those, and then Jared has this fun little Star Wars moment that his mom got him at Disney, so we're gonna put that up there, just kind of make it more of like a gamer's room. He already has these two pieces, but we're gonna kind of make it cutesy. But yeah, that's what we got going on. Quite a lot of the business tabling stuff here too. So we're gonna get a long bin. This is the bin that we have. So we might use this to lug things to Goodwill, but this is not gonna fit the banner. So we're gonna play around with it a bit. We've got a whole bunch of stuff in the back. That's our Target finds in that little bin. We loaded up on everything, and then we just took his car to the car wash, as you saw. Feels really good to have that done. And then we got some Tacos California, or California tacos, for a little late lunch pre-dinner, because our dinner date isn't until like 7, and we probably won't get our food until like 8. So it's about 3 o'clock now. We're gonna eat some tacos and head home, finish up our work. I don't think that the floating shelves that we had are gonna work, unfortunately. I think they like design the shelves to fit a certain kind of screw, and we don't have that info. So we're gonna hold off on that one, and we bought another one. So we're just gonna do that one. And then we are going to get my file folders in order. I like separated out piles for like business stuff, like each tax year, personal files, like wedding cards that we got from people, all sorts of things. So I'm gonna create different file folders that will go in my drawers. There were also like the hanging ones where like you could put them in the drawer, but our drawers are like, I feel like smaller than normal. So I didn't want to risk it. So I just got the regular ones. But anyway, very, very stoked. I'm gonna put a little makeup on before we have our little double date tonight. It should be very fun. We're in the midst of cleaning the place, and these are the additions I've made to my bookshelf. I added my little 13 sticker in the blue section. I got a sleigh sticker in like the pink red section. I put my light up bracelet from the Eras tour on the Eras book. I stuck all my Eras bracelets back there in that bag that I took. I just don't feel like I'm gonna use the bag very often, but nice to have. Got my new moon, old jelly cat. Got my one line a day down there. I kind of tried to like match colors as best I could. I also added my lavender sachet from my surgery last year. I added my friendship bracelet, a little knickknack that I made at Gals Need Pals. I've got Tatiana's new little friend here from Sunny Angels. Jared has his like race medals and his exciting Lego journey here from Star Wars. I think it's turning out nicely. hands. I'm just editing the vlog. It is the next week. I'm gonna wrap it up here and love ya and leave ya, as I saw one of my fave influencers say the other day. But it was such a great weekend. It was very productive. We got the whole office cleaned. The hanging shelf we had a little bit of an issue with. We're gonna have to come back to that. But everything else was great. I chatted with Maiya some more after the painted plate clips that you saw here. I made a cute little dachshund. Shout out to Kinley. She inspired me to try that dachshund vibe. I saw her making it at their painted pottery place in Spokane. And I was like, okay, I gotta try it. So I did the head a bit differently in the face, but the body, I thought it was cute how it was like little chunks, like mini rectangles. So fingers crossed that turns out and comes back okay. I'm not quite sure if it will, but I think I could pick it up in a few days, so I will show you in next week's vlog. But yeah, it's going to be a very great week ahead. We have lots of things planned, and we're getting closer to Pride every second. My new league came in. There's lots more to be vlogged about. So anyway, I'm feeling like it was a great week, and I'm feeling better overall about everything. I was able to connect with the sleep doctor place, and so far it sounds like they did get enough data, so thank God, because I was really worried, as you could tell. But yeah, more to come on all the health stuff, but I'm feeling good and proud of myself for dedicating to the program for the most part. And I think that, it's only going to go up from here. So thanks for joining along, and I hope you have an amazing week ahead, and I will see you in 7 more days. Bye.